Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's November 23rd, 2010. Well, we've got a little bit of negative attitude here this morning in the grain markets. We have got the outside markets giving us some indication here, with the dollar being up 47 after being lower earlier in the evening, last evening. We've got crude oil down 121, gold up $1.80 only. It was up much more than that overnight, and the stock markets are significantly lower here this morning. One of the reasons for that is we've got North Korea attacking South Korea here overnight in a few spots on the border, so that's created some confusion, causing Asian stock markets to come under a lot of pressure, and that in turn is coming around here to the U.S. and putting some pressure on us. Other events that are happening in the corn market, we had China report that they sold 23% of their weekly auction offerings. Also, I think another thing that's important here in the corn market is we got option expiration on Friday. Of course, we got a holiday on Thursday, and there is a significant open interest yet in the $5 calls. This morning we had over 41,000 open interest in the $5 calls, and which would lead us to think that there could be a migration toward that $5 level here as we go into Friday's expiration on these options. We also have in the corn, we've got first notice day coming up early next week. It'll be on Tuesday. So there will be a lot of jockeying positions come Friday and Monday mornings as the traders get ready to go into this first notice day. Also, we've done a study in soybeans, compared, one of the guys in the office brought it up here of how much of a tendency is there for the grain markets to rally or break during the Thanksgiving period. Soybeans probably the most consistent, 7 out of 10 years where the market has gone up, going from the Friday before Thanksgiving to the Friday after at an average of about 2.2%. So we could see some strength there. We have seen some strength already since Friday's close. Another event here in the wheat, Saudi Arabia says overnight that they want to change their reserves and increase the reserves of wheat that they currently have from 6 months to a year, and their aim is to not produce any wheat because of water shortages, and in an attempt to conserve water in Saudi Arabia. The USDA did release the wheat conditions report yesterday. That showed an increase, an improvement in the good excellent category, but still extremely low levels of at 47%. Not a very good condition. The thing that we've got to be concerned about in the wheat, however, is that we are going into dormancy here, and this could have been the last weekly report that we get from the USDA, depending on weather conditions, of course. But looks like the wheat market is, or the wheat growing season has pretty much come to an end here in the U.S. The livestock trade, cutout values were higher yesterday. Beef up, our choice up $1.82, and select down 79 cents. The other data that we've been looking at is looking at cow slaughter. Cow slaughter so far this year is running 11% ahead of last year, which means that the cow-calf man is not convinced that things are going to get a whole lot better here. And also we've seen on the last cattle on feed report that we're placing more heifers in feedlots. So looks to me that we're going to see some tighter supplies of feeder cattle as we go into 2011. In the pork, cold storage numbers came out yesterday, showed an increase of 54 million pounds of pork in storage compared to last year. The cutout values were unchanged, but now we know where all this excess pork has been going. We haven't been consuming it. We haven't been exporting it. We've been putting it in storage, and that tends to be a weight over that market as we go into the holidays, and you get the traders certainly will have that on their minds. Something to look at in the pork complex, however, is usually around Thanksgiving, day before, day after, we have very volatile moves in the pork, and looking at the chart patterns that have developed in the February contract, for instance, it's got a textbook head and shoulders bottom, and we've broke out through that neckline already, and it certainly looks positive there as long as we can maintain the strength going into this very choppy period here and around the holidays. So still a lot of volatility. Just want to remind you that we will be updating the morning coffee here on Friday morning, and the wake-up call will be sent to you via email and on the internet, but the rest of our product will not be updated on Friday. So if that you can certainly call us. We'll be here, try to answer any questions that you might have. You can reach us at 800-262-7538. We wish you a very successful trading day. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Thank you.